Welcome to St Abbs, aka New Asgard, as you can see by the sign behind me. Now this location was used in the film Avengers Endgame for the scenes where Thor and all of Thor's people take refuge after their home planet is destroyed. They claim this place as New Asgard. It's supposed to be somewhere in Scandinavia, but it's actually North Scotland, so it's actually just past the border. So here we are in the town of St Abbs. Let's go and check out this amazing location. Avengers Endgame was released in 2019 and saw the concluding saga of the team and their epic battle with Thanos. With everything falling apart at the end of Avengers Infinity War, the team race literally through time throughout Avengers Endgame in an attempt to put the universe back together again. Having lost his home planet of Asgard in Infinity War, Endgame introduces us to Thor's new home, the town of New Asgard. The town is supposed to be somewhere in Scandinavia, but the real life location is actually the tiny fishing village of St Abbs in Scotland. Located just past the border, this location was used back in 2018 to play the part of New Asgard. With local fishermen standing in as extras, the town had the pier and many of the houses changed to look different, including a large white house that was made to look like the local village pub. A beautiful seaside location that serves perfectly as a backdrop to the story. Upon visiting, the locals were extremely friendly. If you're planning to visit, make sure you visit the local information centre, where you'll find a brief behind the scenes look at the making of the film, as well as some very friendly staff who are very happy to reminisce about the time when Hollywood came to town. In the movie, Hulk and Rocket arrive at the village pier on board a Land Rover, where they meet Valkyrie.
Hey Valkyrie! Great to see you, angry girl.
Who greets them with a little concern in her voice. Thor has become a recluse since the fall of Asgard and only appears when he needs more beer from the pub. This pier right here was where the scene was shot, in this very spot. Valkyrie turns around and points to the kegs of beer located just in front of the White House that doubles as the local pub. Although we never see inside the pub, this is the spot where the scene was shot. Now there is some confusion online with people mistaking the White House for Thor's house in the movie. This is not the case, as Thor's house was located a few miles north. Travelling slightly further north takes us to this very location, the nearby fishing location, Cove Harbour. This red house right here was used as Thor's home in the movie. Hulk and Rocket arrive outside the house. We see part of Cove Harbour behind them. They enter the house where they find an overweight and drunken Thor. They convince him to help them out as they believe they have found a way to alter the timeline and undo the evil that Thanos has cast upon the galaxy. Cove Harbour is a very small, quiet harbour, but features beautiful scenery as well as wonderful rocks and views of the sea. Please be respectful if you are visiting the house that Thor lived, as although it looked abandoned when I arrived, there was actually someone who appeared to be living in the building, so please bear that in mind before you visit and be respectful of local residents. The nearby cliffs at St Abbs were used at the end of the film for the scene where Thor speaks to Valkyrie and hands the kingdom of New Asgard over to her, before taking off with the Guardians of the Galaxy for a new adventure. This area right here was where the scenes were shot. A short hike from the town showcasing an amazing view of the sea and St Abbs down below. There was one final location that I was determined to find before I completed my tour of St Abbs. On the approach to New Asgard, Hulk and Rocket's Land Rover passes a sign that says, "Welcome to New Asgard." At first, I tried to reach this location from the main walk from St Abbs, but the road is right around the other side. This area is not accessible by car, so I parked my car at St Abbs Nature Reserve and proceeded on foot. The walk will take you about 30 minutes, and you may pass some stray sheep on the way, as I spotted on my walk. So the slight issue is, I could do with a bottle of water, I've run out, and my phone is only on 17% battery. Luckily the car's only half an hour away, once I get there. I've been on the go for about 15 minutes on this trail, so I can follow it back. But if you're doing this yourself, I would advise, make sure you've got adequate water, plenty of charge on your phone. I've been up all over trying to find this bit, so not as easy as I thought, so careful planning and preparation is advised. But I'm still here, and it looks like, with any luck, I'm going to make it to the spot where the sign was. But as I came over the hill, I could see in the distance the very road I was looking for. I had found the very spot where the scene was shot, next to Petticoat Harbour. Welcome everyone to New Asgard. In the movie, it looks like New Asgard is in the distance, but in real life, there's nothing there. St Abbs is on the other side, which confused me at first, but this was added in thanks to some clever CGI. If you're planning to visit this yourself, allow time for walking and head for Petticoat Harbour, which will bring you right to this spot. My next Avengers Endgame location took me once again to Durham Cathedral. This location is seen in the movie when Rocket and Thor embark on their quest to alter history. They travel back in time to visit Thor's mother on Asgard. The scenes of the palace were right here inside the cathedral. We can tell by the building's recognisable pillars that can be seen in the shots. The scene where Thor is in conversation with his mother was shot in this room, and thanks to a green screen, it appears that the Kingdom of Asgard is right outside the window. After completing their mission, Rocket and Thor take off to rejoin the rest of the Avengers and continue their pursuit to stop Thanos from bringing destruction to the galaxy. A fantastic location, and one that can be easily visited to this very day in the centre of Durham City. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this behind the scenes look into the making of Avengers Endgame. To stay up to date with all the latest videos, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lights Camera Location Videos and over on Facebook at Lights Camera Location. Thanks for stopping by.